Hello, housemates. Welcome back to the Dorcas Estate as we push towards the darkest dungeon. Not very successfully, but we're trying nonetheless. I'm Lethe, and I still have vampiric spirits, but currently I'm not worried about them. I'm praying because none of us can do anything useful, so that's all that's left. Now, we're going to try and do another mission here. Our roster's not full. It couldn't be because someone died in the last mission. We're going to see if we can't recover. This is the stage of the game where if you're going to fail, well, it's the least painful because you're losing pretty low-level people. Now, it's a bit fragile because you don't have the kind of bank to cushion yourself when you don't come back successful from an adventure, but what are you going to do? We apparently got this note from our ancestor and had nothing else to do with our time, so we decided to pick up and come and regain our questionable heritage. Whatever. So let's see if there's anyone good to recruit. Dark Temptation, prone to investigating the dark arts. That can be kind of annoying, but not sort of terrible. Manslayer is pretty good. What's the other abomination have to offer us? Egomania and Tippler, so we'll only drink. Obsessed with self-worship. I don't know exactly what effect that has. Wield, Tactician. So this is also pretty good. I think I'm going to go with Verdun here. So, recruit.
Tortured and reclusive. This man is more dangerous than he seems.
And he seems pretty dangerous. Okay. Ruminator, minus 10 stress heal, minus 10 damage below 50. Chance to turn any miss into a hit. Well, that's pretty interesting. Nah, I don't think I want another Houndmaster at the moment. So we've gotten somebody. They're going to need to go out immediately. We have some garbage trinkets we can sell so that we can actually have a little bit more cash to go on this. We're not going to be able to spend any of it on people's skills and whatnot, because we just don't have that to spare. We're just going to have to go out and see what we can get done. So, let's look at what's available. We can get a leper bracelet. This one is pretty decent. Accuracy is something that's really good to get for the lepers. It's medium, so we'd have to do some camping. This one's short. We can get a Manslayer's ring, which is not that bad. We want deeds, so the wield is a good idea. Here we get a reckless charm, which is not wonderful. This is a short one, explore 90% of rooms. Because we need the deeds, I think I'm definitely gonna go for this one. Let's look at what the Cove has to offer anyway. It's a highwayman's item. Complete 100% of room battles. We're gonna go for this one. So let's try out our new character here. So in human form, the abomination can't do much from rank 1 except self-heal and transform. From ranks 2 and 3, you can use these this manacle ability and this beast bile. So ideally, I prefer to have them in the second rank rather than the first rank. However, we may not be in a position to do that because we don't have any first rank people that are in good shape to go. So we might have to move him up to the front. Now, Cinnamon Bear. Cinnamon Bear's got some good gifts there, some good positive quirks. So let's go and put Cinnamon Bear in the second rank, where most of his abilities work from, or from where most of his abilities work. We're not going to take for rare. Folio has a creeping cough, minus damage, which is not really a problem, since her purpose is healing at this point in time. Hey, wait, come back. Oh, she won't go with the abomination. Okay, I forgot about that. That could be problematic because we need healing. And put her there. This grave robber is not wonderful. So she could do this from the front. But that's about it. He's just way too stressed out already. I mean, we could try and take Bolvin so that we had some kind of healing with to support the abomination and our Houndmaster, who does not have the self-heal. We can't really afford to buy that kind of thing. We don't have a heal on. No, we do. We had bought the heal on you, so we can have a tiny bit of heal there. We may need to do this. Ditch you. This can work from the back. You can do some things. We're basically going to be avoiding using lunge, because we don't want to. I mean, we could reposition Houndmaster, but then the stun ability of the Houndmaster wouldn't work anymore. So we'll probably be leaving the Grave Robber in that rank, and then we put the Abomination up front. Yeah, our other options, we could switch in. So Digby, you're at 67 stress, and you have the Black Plague. No, you can't go out. Bolvin, it's pretty high stress. That's probably better. So let's just see how this goes. All right, so we have a dog biscuit there. This is a short one. We don't have to worry about camping, but we're going to take 12 food anyway. In the Weald, you can find food fairly frequently, but we're not going to leave too much to chance. All right, so we had enough money to fit ourselves out pretty well. Let's see how this is going to go. Littered with poisonous traps. That's great. That's all we need is more random damage. And those traps that we ran into in the last mission did not help our situation out in the slightest.
I knew all these paths once. Now
okay, so we've got a little bit of stress that we need to be careful for, look out for here on our on Bovin. Let's see if we can't manage to keep things together. Now, the problem that this large amount of stress is going to cause is that our Abomination, when he transforms, is going to cause stress to everyone. Old Tree, we want to use anti-venom there. Get some food and some loot. Of course she gets trapped. And
ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
hopeless indeed. She won't use that. Great. You can keep trying with items like that when they refuse. All right, let's see what other unfortunate things are going to happen to us. On the upside, we don't have to worry about that transformation problem I was mentioning anymore.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
Because our person who had a high stress level to begin with is already broken, so whatever. All right, let's go this way and we'll loop back around. We only have to explore rooms, not hallways. We've already run into 2 obstacles. Now, I could have tried to get away from that obstacle and backed up, but that would have gone through 3 squares of backtracking, which would cause a lot of stress. Not the best thing to do. All right, so we can use these, get some food. Yeah, we have plenty of food. There's no way we're going to run out. Yeah. Eating time. They heard me say so and decided, well, let's have a snack then. We came to this because you didn't watch where you were walking. Alright, we got a scout. Alright, there's a fight there. Not a very good scout, but whatever. Alright, let's crank up the torch. What? Fine, you do it then. Oh, come on. I'm having absolutely terrible luck here. Alright, stun chance is base 125, so we got a decent chance to do this. We need it. Alright. So, we need to transform. So this will give us a damage boost. I think we should get on that ASAP. Okay. I forgot to, God. So now I'm just playing a little bit poorly because I'm a little bit irritated by how this is going. I've not set Quasar up right here. But let's go ahead and buff, pile them on our abomination. Don't need a healing. Can't really do much against a character in the first rank. We won't have to worry about that for long, as any of you have seen this monster, he summons a whole bunch of really obnoxious garbage to deal with. Okay, so it's a knockback. That doesn't help us. We could rage. So that will do 10 to 19 damage. If we rake again, it's only that. So let's do that. Try and get as much damage on this cretin as possible. Now is at 90% stun resist. That's incredibly unlikely to happen. His bleed resist is not high, so we can put some bleed on him. So let's just buff you then, I guess. Right now we're going to get some summons in. The high wound summons are particularly awful. They do a lot of damage and cause bleed. So now, which skills we can use is opened up a little bit. We could focus on just trying to take this critter down. It might be a good idea to do some suppression. Of course, we miss 2/3 of our targets. Now we need to do some raking. We can get rid of some stuff. So these both have yet to act. They have decent bleed resist. So if we did this, we would probably not kill them because the bleed from this is only 1 point. So it might be good to try and stun one of them. Just try and outright kill it, or we can just try and stun this guy. I think maybe our best option. Alright, so here we're going to see... Oh, God!
Balanced.
Okay. So let's blight this critter back here, too. Alright. Something is briefly gone right. You can't heal the person behind you, unfortunately. So he's going to take 5 damage. So we still need to do a lot to him. But we also probably need to heal our plague doctor. We can't do that from here, so let's just focus on getting rid of this critter. Okay, we could protect the plague doctor, which might be a good plan considering how close to death Quasar is. I think we're going to do that. You go, so we could rake and get rid of probably at least one of these we could probably kill him with the rage, but frankly, they're more dangerous at this point in time. So, okay, good, we got rid of one of them.
Destroy them all.
He's gonna summon some more. Okay, these two guys basically guard, if I remember correctly, that's all they do. Try and stun the two more dangerous ones back here. They both resisted, of course. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yep. Hello, dude. Alright, how many hit points do you have left? 10. Okay. Do 1 to 2 damage. Okay. That managed to miss somehow. Oh, dear God.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves. Perched at the very precipice
whatever.
of oblivion.
So each of these little floating head doodads only has one thing that they do, or maybe it's two. One or two. These guys only seem to guard. This guy only seems to slice the shit out of you. The Vestal one heals, which is really annoying. I think the Vestal one also does something else. All right. Let's get rid of these guys. These two should die from their damage over time things.
The slow death.
Alright, well that was really not worth it. I probably should have fled. I'm slightly resigned to these characters all biting it. Okay, good thing we found all that food earlier. Alright, let's continue on our doomed way. Of course. Why don't you poke your eye out on it? Alright, we're not going to go do that fight, but we are going to see what this is. It's a pack. Got a shovel, which is good, since we had to use both of ours in the first couple hallways. A map. Yeah, map's not that great, you're right. Doesn't look like we have any more room battles to deal with. Oh no, actually it didn't explore those rooms. Sometimes you just get a treasure map, and that's what that was. So we could still have some nasty things waiting for us. We do have a combat right ahead. Let's get the torch up.
The promise of safety.
Maybe we can get a surprise on them. Yes. Okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and do this. Get rid of as many of these things as possible.
Give them no quarter. resistance surges as the enemy crumbles.
I still need to remember to do something about her skills.
Their formation
Okay,
is
that didn't go terribly at all.
offensive.
Okay, so now let's remember to work on your skills. We want to get rid of this, put this on. Okay, and let's continue. Got another combat to worry about coming up just ahead. Hopefully we can surprise again. Spiders have spelled ruin for me before, so we're just gonna deal with these spiders. See if we can rake them immediately. Nope, we miss. And then now they're gonna go. At least there aren't the spitting ones, which are the ones that really, really messed me up before. Okay, so this one hasn't acted, so let's stun it if we can. Let's do a little healing. See if you can hit this time. No, you miss again. They have 7. Ah. Great. Heal yourself. Let's do that. Okay. You are going to die. Let's transform you. And then do absolution. Manage your stress a bit.
A death by inches.
All right. Getting towards the end here. Hopefully we can make it. We don't have any bandages with which to search this, which is usually what you put on them. So just touch it. All right. Don't know if there's anything in there.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
All right. So let's just keep going here. Oh, you have to do it. Eldritch sample, huh? They're just dead bodies, people. Eat. Burn our last torches.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Okay. Hopefully this wasn't a terrible idea. We will soon see. All right. You know, I'm just gonna go for this. You can try and stun these two annoying doodads back there. All right, good success. You doesn't do much damage to them. You can just continue focusing on these critters. You can miss them. That's fine. Okay. I really don't like those things. blight resist is pretty high. Just get a little bit of healing out.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Uh-huh. Let's stun one of these guys. And you need to heal that person, Cinnamon Bear. You try and stun this one this time. To heal on him. Also cure yourself, which is handy. Try and deal with these guys, keep our damage buff up. Marking is bad. The rend, the mark thing they do is really painful. This is not going to do that much damage to them. I think we basically just need to heal him because he's probably going to take a lot of damage soon. Oh, that wasn't very much damage. Ugh, only one bleed. Alright, he's on death's door.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
I'm sure we're gonna lose him.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sure, why not?
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
Oh, I haven't used the stupid dog bone.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
All of it. It demands all of your blood. So you can do nothing. That's good. Right. You gonna pass? No. Well, at least we didn't get blighted. Pass again. Wow. Oh, good.
Reeling, about to break.
Of course. That motherfucker gets to live another turn. Alright. You're gonna pass, aren't you? Now you're gonna move back. Put the Arbalist in a useless position.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life
Are you gonna pass a third time? No. But you're useless. So just sit there and whine to yourself. No, you don't. God. All right. Well, that was a thing.
As victory
Use our key.
so too will resistance.
Get some more stuff. We're out of here. Well, that was successful in one sense. We actually finished it and got all the loot. It's not successful in numerous other senses. So we got a good amount of money, which is helpful, puts us a little bit back on track in that respect. But our people did not fare too well. Well, at least he didn't get a negative behavioral trait. Neither did Cinnamon Bear. You did. That one's not so bad. And yeah, well, there we go. So, more successful than our last foray, but not very successful overall. Okay, we've unlocked the last of the town areas, and now we can try and manage some of our stress and disease. So, you want to get the people who have, so this person will only drink. The people who have high stress, you want to make sure you take care of them. People with diseases, that's less important because you can eventually do that through camping with the Plague Doctor skills. Don't remember why I opened your menu. Okay. Ah, right. So you can do whatever. So why don't you do some meditation? You won't pray. You will do whatever. We're using most of this money to try and get our people back in, I mean, not even top shape, just not being miserable. Mostly they're miserable. Might finally get Eskimo some help here. Okay. We need to do now, make sure we check and see who we're going to have available after committing those who need stress relief to that.
At home in wild places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor. Trinkets and charms gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
We need to boost my gold. Okay, so we can take the abomination back out, although he is... No, we can't do that. I mean, we could, it's just stupid. Okay, so we have some low stress people, got some diseases. Her disease is pretty nasty, so we don't necessarily want to take her out if we don't have to. He's got a couple diseases. He needs to go into the sanitarium. Your disease is not terrible, so I think we're going to set you for some heals. We're going to take Lethe and Phwop back out another adventure. And we might try and run a camp on this one to get rid of some diseases. The the 2 diseases that we have on these people, which would mean we take you, and we're probably gonna need to buy you a camp skill, which is pretty expensive. First, we can go see who's available in the stagecoach. Okay, we have 2 grave robbers, which is not wonderful. We do have an occultist. Leaves he's possessed by demons, whatever. Plus 10% damage range skills. You know, I mean, it's great for this because that's ranged and it can do a lot of damage. His curses are also ranged, so they can do some damage that way. Really, all of his skills except this one are ranged, so he can get a lot out of that. So that's pretty good. I think we're going to take him.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
Stress faster is pretty cool. The yips is not cool. I'm not going to bother with either of these. So now that we've got an occultist, we can change our lineup if we want to. We can, for instance, we could try and get rid of our Vestal in favor of taking an occultist and then combo that with Plague Doctor. We're going to need to spend a good amount of money on this Plague Doctor for camp skills, although we only have 1 disease at present. We might catch more. This will, for 1, remove target disease, so we might not worry about camp skills. We'll instead worry about getting some skills for our cultist, who does have the weird reconstruction, but we don't necessarily want to have the sacrificial stab. We want to get the other curse. We are in no shape at all to do any boss fight. A medium apprentice level might be good, and this is a good chalice to get, or a good trinket to get. This is pretty good. It's an easy battle, although we wouldn't get a camp for that, so we wouldn't be able to use the Plague Doctor to cure the disease. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. That's decent, not as good as the other medium mission. Yeah, I'm very tempted by this. It's a medium mission. We will get a camp, which means we can cure the disease on Lethe for free. It would almost be worth taking another character who has disease, but then we would want to definitely invest in some camp skills. We don't really have the cash for at the moment on the Plague Doctor. So I think we're going to go... It's a pretty decent as common items go. Sorry. We're going to decide later. So we had a modicum of success this time around. Hopefully things are going to start looking up for us, because if not, if they go down, there's not much further to go except rock bottom. So if you've liked this video, please consider liking it, hitting that thumbs up button. If you want to see more of my stuff in general, not just of Darkest Dungeon, but of other things, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, look at the collaborative channel of Phwop and mine, BleakHaus, and of course, Phwop's own personal channel. Subscribe to those, like all the videos that you watch on them. And if you're not doing any of that, until next time, I don't care what you do.